he started to contemplate. He has 7 days to live. Great scholars came there to try to see what they could do to help. They perused all the scripture to help to erase this curse. They couldn't do it. Sri Sukdev, the son of Vyasa, at the tender age of 16, walked in there, and those masters humbled to him. Sri Sukdev, what can we do to help this king? Sri Sukdev said, a spoken word cannot return. A spare arrow on a neglected opportunity. You see that curse pronounced, you can't take it back. But there is one thing, that when a snake bites you, you're dead by accident or suicidal and otherwise, it's called a culprit, untimely. And his soul don't get resting, don't be in a resting place then. He said the only thing is that, should he listen to an exposition of the Srimad Bhagavad Purana in a week's time, he'll get moksha. This Bhagavad Katha, although the snake will bite him, will allow him to get oneness with Krishna Bhagavan. And so devotees, Siddhi Sukdev Muni began the narration of this Bhagavad. Now when the news spread that a Bhagavad Sapta Yag was going to take place, it spread like wildfire throughout. And hearing that a Bhagavad was going to take place, Siddhi Sukdev is going to narrate this Katha to Raja Parikshit. Devotees, it tells you in the scripture, an opportunity like this should not be missed. Great Mahatmas and saints and sages, they left the ashram, take up all their chelas and headed for that place. Right? There was a tumultuous uproar in the heavens. The Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Sapta Yajna is going to take place. Everything was so devotees, so happy at that moment in time. For it tells you, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to listen to Bhagavad Puran. And they all gravitated their devotees, and Sri Sukdev continued the narration of devotees with this katha. Well, right now we are in volume 10. Bhagavan Krishna himself, nearing volume 10, what happened? He, devotees, had visited the great king of Mithila Desh, and together Srutadev, a holy Brahman who was there. He allowed them his darshan, his blessing and so on, Srutadev also, and then he moved to other places of pilgrimages. And their devotees, what happened? Various divinities came and praised the Lord. They were praising the Lord. The Vedas even took the form, a living form, and came there, right? When Shri Ram was coronated as the king of Ayodhya, the Vedas were there, you know. Yeah. They took the form of 4 holy Brahmins and came there. Lord Shiva, Parvati, the Ganga River, all of them took human forms and came there. They came as females, right? This guy is in that way to witness this occasion. So devotees, the Brahmins, the Vedas in the living form, they praise the Lord in ways more than one. And we continue, devotees, with our katha as we bridge it from since the end of February, March. Bolo Shri Radha Vara Krishna Chandra Ki Jai. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam. Sri Sukadev Ji Maharaj bole ki he Raja Parikshit man vachan karma suno. Hari Om. Vyasan ko shata ko vinta ko samavahai ko guru ko sravanang. Hari Om Sri Vanija ko, Hari Om Ish Wajako ko, Satya ko Krit Karan ko Dhara ko Jaladhav, Hari Om Swajan ko Suta, Sutatma ko Madar ko, Dhanadhama ko Madhara ko Surthai ko Tastipi, Sati ke Kondiryang ko, Srayang ko Atmani ko Sarvase, Iti ko Sadajanata ko Mithunato, Rataye ko Charcha ko, Mukhayati ko Ninva ko, Hari Om Sri Swabindhate ko, Swavir, Swanir ko, Swasta Bhage, Shri Radha Var Krishna Chandra Ki Jai. Sri Sukdev Muni bole ki Raja Parikshit man vachan karma suno. Here devotees, the Vedas, the Shrutis and all the scriptures and them glorified the Lord. Various saints and sages who were there, they glorified the Lord. One after the other, they began praising Bhagavan Krishna himself. So what devotees was said here? Let us see. Hari Namo Namam. He Anich, He Ajita, मन के को निग्रह करने में को ऐसा को सेवन बन को सकता है। परम को देव को गुरु के चरणा को शरण को लिए एक बिना, जो इंद्रियों को प्राणियों के को जीत कर को अतिक्षल हरिओम अति को हरिओम सी चंचल को दुर्जय को मन रूपी को घोरे को जीतने को यतन को करता है। श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Here devotees they are saying here to Bhagavan Krishna, people in this world who endeavor, right? We humans he's speaking about here, that the wise will worship the feet of Krishna Bhagavan. But the human in this world, deluded by the deluded potency of the Lord, which is his Maya, you get devotees entangled into it, and you forget your true purpose of life, and you stray away. And they who break the most restless steed of their mind in subduing devotees, which is subdued even by those who have, again it says here, control the senses and the breath to devotees, neglecting the feet of the Guru, right? They neglect the feet of the Guru and taking again great pains again over other devices and so on for mind control. They remain devotees with 101 troubles in their mind. You see what it tells you here, to be honest with you. You could try how much you want to reach and to achieve Godhead. You can't get it without the Guru. Right? Shidiram said that in Ramayana, you know. He said this body is like a boat, right? Carrying the passenger, which is the soul within. The waters we have to cross is how long God put we here for, the time span. Okay? We want engine power to take this boat across. What is the engine power? The grace of the Lord devoting himself. You win, you get an engine power to take you. What is the destination? The destination is Atma merging into Paramatma. But he tells you here in Ramayana that if you do not have a captain on this boat, then the boat will drift hither and thither. And who becomes the captain of this boat? The Guru. The Guru becomes the captain. For devotees, you see the word Guru. Guru really don't mean Godfather, you know. We use the word Godfather so that people can understand. This is my Godfather. But you have a playway Godfather and you have a mafia Godfather. So is the Guru really a Godfather? No. What does the word Guru means? To take one out from the darkness of ignorance. To help you to get your mind's eye open so that you will know who you are. Not this body, but the Atma or the soul, and what really is your true purpose of life, and work towards achieving it. The Guru really not supposed to get you more tied up in materialism. When you're born here, you're born tied up. Right? The hard work is to get out from it. And this is where devotees, the Guru comes in. And here devotees, the Vedas in the living form, they are saying, people try all otherwise, neglecting the Guru, right? And try other devices to achieve it. And in turn, what they get? 101 trouble and problem and worries, and they cannot achieve it. Right? The feet of the Guru, right, is the method by which it can be easily achieved in this age of Kali Yuga. But Man, Vachan, Karam say he has to be adored and served in this respect. Hari Namo Namam Govindaye Namo Namam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam. You see, the Guru do ever wish a chila bad, you know. The Guru, no matter what you do, the Guru will always have that soft spot in his heart. If you remember Katha in the Ramayana, Kag Busunji, right, the Guru christened him. And the Guru is to real teach this boy, real take for him and trying to uplift him and so on. And this chila didn't like the best gray hair the Guru had. He just hated the Guru. When he see the Guru, you know, like the fire of anger began to burn in him. He sit down in the temple there and he jump in, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And he see the Guru coming, he said, me get up to bow to here, you know. And when that thought came in his mind, devotees, and he sat down there rooted in ego, a voice was heard above the mandir. Right? Oh Neech, oh low one, as you stay rooted to the ground with such disrespect to the Guru, you're going to take the form of a boa constrictor snake in the dark hole of a tree in the dark region of the forested region of Vindhyachal mountains. You know, when the Guru heard this curse, the Guru started to beg, Shankar Bhagwan, please, please, please take it away, forgive him. It's okay, don't worry with me. The Guru started to beg for the chila like the best gonna hear he had. And when Shankar Bhagwan saw the mercy in the heart of the Guru, he said, here's something. I can't take back the curse, but I will turn the curse into a blessing. He will have to take the form of a snake, right? Then he'll born as a dog, then a monkey, and all these things and so on, different bodies, and coming up the road. But I'll bless him. Whenever he have to die, he will have no pain. And whenever he has to born back, he will have no pain. And he will have memory of all the bodies he live in. And as he changes from body to body, the love for the feet of Shriram will develop in his heart. And who was that devotees? No other than Kak Bhusunji, the narrator of the Ramayana. So the Guru is always merciful. The Guru don't have no ill feelings and so on. No matter what you do him. Although they'll take advantage of me sometime. Hari Om Sri Vindraban Bihari Lal Ki Jai. जो प्राणों की आपको का आश्रय को लेता है उनको को सर्व को सुख के को स्थान को हरिओम श्री आत्म रूपे को आपके को होता सुहज पुत्र देह घर को पृथ्वी प्राण रथ इत्यादि वस्तु में को क्या को प्रयोजन है जो पुरुष के आत्मा को सेवन करती है उनको इसको त्वच के पदार्थ से को क्या को हरिओम प्रयोजन है श्री राधा वर कृष्ण चंद्र की जय. Sri Sukdev Muni says, Raja, listen, O great king, Bhagavan Vatsalam. What happened again? They secure plight devotees in this vessel in the sea of life, thrown hither and thither, and they cannot cross the ocean of birth and death. Neglecting again the feet of the Guru. It is also again, it says here, that the fact again is that every action has a reaction to it. With a cause there will be an effect, and with an action there will be a reaction. Bhagwan put us here, you see, devotees for purpose. You know, we make promise in pregnancy, in the 7th pregnancy. You make promise to serve the Lord. Prabhu, if you let me born, I'll serve you from birth to death. I cross my heart, I promise in you. And Bhagwan has let us born. And when we born, yes, we get entangled in the web of Maya. Now we have to live in this world. We are not yogis. Krishna Bhagwan says in Gita, I have prepared 2 pathways of life for man to live. The pathway of the meditative is for the Jnana yogi who resides in the Himalayas. He don't want a family. He don't want wife and children. He don't want house, land, money, and a conditioned kind of house. Right? He awakened all his chakras and kundalinis, lift the life force to the highest point, the pineal gland, and communicate with the Lord in the abstract energy called Mahasamadhi. He said, Arjun, the other pathway of life is the grihasti, which is the householder life like you and me. We go through the stages of life, we end up in the family life, and what happened? As we go through the stages of life, devotees, we are supposed to filter along. Filter along. But what has happened to us, we keep getting tied up. More older we get, more tied up you get. You know, the tie-upness is supposed to be for when you're young in Maya. But as you're growing older, you're supposed to phase out that. Like yesterday, I'm telling a hunter, tell me like to hunt. I say, well, all right. But when you reach a certain age, you must stop hunting and you have to start to repent. You have to repent for all those animals you kill. You ever think one day you killed an animal that was pregnant? Or you killed a mother and the young one remained as an orphan and could not survive on its own? Every action has a reaction to it. You become responsible for it. So as we grow older, we are supposed to sift out and filter out. Not the same way, but we get more tied up when we get older in life. It says it should not be like that. Hari namo namam govindaye namo namam. What again is gained, it says, by men in Kali Yuga devotees, through again kinsfolk. That is, now, you see, we must not misunderstand. We have to love our family. We have to care for our family. We have to protect our family. We have to provide for our family. Right? We must have that love emanating within family members. The problem is when you start to believe that they are yours. This is my son and my wife and my husband and my child and my this and my that. The biggest shock that's come, devotees, and it coming fast and anyhow for anybody these days. You hear a knock on the door. And when you know the door have a peephole in it, when you watch, who are you? He said, my name is Jamdut, I'm the messenger of death. You had to go today, you know. He said, but wait, but you had to leave everything here and go. He said, I had to postpone it and this, you know, you have to go. Then you just begin to realize, एक दिन छूटे जाए संसार और एक दिन छूटे जाए संसार और एक दिन छूटे जाए संसार. You could do what you want, one day we have to leave and go. And every single thing here, we have to leave it and go. So kids and kins, yes, housewife, family, everybody, we have to love them, care for them, provide for them, but always tell yourself, once there's coming together, there'll be separation. One day we'll have to leave and go. Right? And devotees, when you really check it out, if you really study a householder, you could really get tied up in a house, eh? You could really get tied up in a house. I'm telling you. And your whole life is spent inside that house there, just with that alone, and you forget what we promised the Lord. In 7 months of pregnancy, Bhagwan Vishnu appeared to us and given you a chance to come as a human. We tell him, we said, Lord, you don't worry, you just let me born and I'm going to serve you from birth to death. Parupakar. And we born. And when we born and you grow up in this world now, you know, we just feel, so much of lessons I learned from the scriptures, that happiness is in materialism. It really is not. Devotees, when Sri Ram and Sita sat on that throne, Ravan come and put a neck, Vibhishan came and put a necklace wrong Sita neck, you know. Right? Ravan gave it to Vibhishan, and Sagar of the ocean gave it to Ravan. Hanuman take it out and start to look at it. He couldn't find what he looking for. He started to break up the bead. A king asked him what he looking for. He said, the root of happiness. He said, what is that? He said, Ram Nam. Happiness is not in materialism, really. We just believe, Lord, if I get 10 houses, I'm going to be happy, and 5 motorcar. And if I had this and that comfort and that car and that, I'm going to be happy. You don't realize it, more you get, it more trouble for you. It's more your trouble. And how much time we really devotees get entangled in it, caring for these things. And you know what happens? The devotees, the shocking thing is that, दो दिन तो पहुनाई जगत में माया में भर माया धन दौलत कुछ काम अनुआवे छूट जाएंगी यह काया साधु झूठे जन्म गवाया. Every single thing had to stay right here. Nothing could we carry. Yeah. The Vedas are saying this. Foolish people get so tied up, devotees, in this Grihastha ashram, they forget your feet, Lord. And they get attached to materialism, and you get so attached to it, it becomes your perspective in life. And you know what Gita says? What is the last impression on the mind at the moment of death destines the future state of the soul? What you're thinking about when the life going to leave, that is what will destine your future state. So when the mind tied up in materialism, that's what you're thinking about, you're coming back for it. You're coming back in materialism. And that's why life has to be balanced. There is nothing wrong. Let us remember this. We are householders. We are grihastis. Nothing is wrong in having all the comforts in this world. Work for it honestly. You know what the scriptures tell us? Another person's possession should be looked upon as a deadly poison that not even in dreams should you think of acquiring it. So acquiring devotees' possessions by a dishonest mean Every action has a reaction. You have to pay for that. And the shocking thing is, you have to leave it here and go. Right? Remember what happened to Valmiki? Robbing and stealing to mine his family, and when the sages, go and see now who will help you, and he had to answer. Nobody said they will help him. You're responsible. You are the creator of your destiny. How you make your bed, so you will lie. What you sow, that is what you are going to reap. Oh, Prabhu, people neglect your lotus-like feet and they dedicate towards the pathway of materialism. Hari Om Bhagavan Vatsalam. We have to learn, devotees, to be in it but be out of it at the same time. Narayana Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Satya Parmat ko smukha ke sukha ki na jani. Istri purush ko milkar ko rati ke liye ko vicharte hai. Uske ko isko sansar mein tumhara ko sivaye Hari Om Shri. Kaun ko sukha ko kya ki hota hai. What again he says here? Is devotees gained by people, devotees, through the issue of this, what we call the maya, the mamta then, the closeness, right, with one in this time, where you believe that is your objective in life, what really is gained from it. And devotees, all the house, the land, the wealth, the kins and kith and kins, family members and all of them again. Whilst you, O Prabhu, the real self of the man, seeking shelter in man itself, because you are the Atma in the man, right? And the man is supposed to come to you for shelter. What happens? He puts it aside. You who are the embodiment of all blessings, in fact, they put you aside and they give you what? Sometimes we give a chance self in life. Whole issue is materialism, Maya. You're just devoted and dedicated in Maya. And you're realizing something. The clock ticking. And as the clock ticks, devotees, it becomes history. And it's ticking so fast these days. You see how quick you're making 50 years? 50 years, 60 years. And as you tick along, devotees, then what happened? Many people tend to say, when I settle on a good and thing, and I get start devotion and thing and so on. When is the best time to be spiritually fit? When you are physically fit. And when is the best time to be physically fit? When you are young, strong, and healthy. This is the best time. And if you get involved in it from a youthful age, you will grow up and it will become part of your life and helping to mold your life later on in this way. To those again who know again the truth, devotees, what happened? That happiness is not really materialism, and it cannot gratify that individual. You being that sole embodiment of all happiness, and yet, devotees, man strive for false happiness otherwise. What is the false happiness, devotees? This world of Maya. Kagbusun, Garuda asked Kagbusun some questions, and he asked him, what is the highest happiness a man could ever experience in life? And he told him, he said, there is no happiness that is greater when you're amongst those in the company of Satsangh. Right? That company where the holy environment of Satsangh is organized, where three main activities take place. Puja, worshiping the feet of the Lord. Kirtan, singing and chanting his praises with a guileless nature, and listening to his divine discourse. Do you have anything that will bring happiness more than that? It is the greatest happiness. You see, the thought here has come and you have to leave it and go. I worked so hard to build this house, boy, gosh, and I have to leave it. And you know what happens? They will like you in the house as long as you could provide. That is teaching in Guru Puran. Once you could provide for everybody what they want, everybody like you. The day you stop providing, you're good. You fall sick, devotees, they will care for you. When 2 weeks pass, they fed up of you. Put them in the home. Yeah. I'm minding my father in the home, you know. But this time they're taking the old man pension to pay for him in the home. Think about it. You see what is happening? This is how life especially will be in Kali Yuga. Devotees, that's why Satsang brings knowledge. Balance your life. The spiritual pathway is very important. Let it be a little more than the material part of it. More you have in materialism is the more your worries. Your trouble, think about it. The more you have here. Watch how happy the vagrants live now. And the vagrant again sick, he ain't got no COVID, you know. No COVID affect the vagrant. Think about it. Nothing to bother, nothing to worry about. Just think about it. It's we who have all now, you're worried, you're frightened, you're this, that, what will happen, boy, if I don't leave it and go, boy? Who go get it, boy? What are they going to do with it, boy? And all these thoughts will come in. We have to understand, devotees, one day, every single thing here, we have to leave it and go. This is what the Vedas are saying, Prabhu. People put aside the paras money, which is your lotus-like feet, and they take up the piece of glass, which has no value, you know, and they cherish that instead of your feet. Your lotus-like feet is like the paras money, and the pathway of materialism is like the piece of glass. A beautiful devotees, a lot of knowledge from this katha, we are getting it here. Hari Om Bhagavan Vatsalam Narayana Param Ahankar ko त्याग कर को तुम्हारा को चरणा बृंदों के को हृदय में को धरिन को करता तुम्हारा भक्त ऋषि को मुनि की को जिनके को चरणों की को जल को हरिओम की स्वत के पाप नाशक है हरिओम परंतु तो भी इसको को पृथ्वी में को आपको भजन रूपी को वही को पुण्य को करने वाले हरिओम श्री महोत्मा महाजनों के को आश्रमों के और को अति पावने को तीर्थ को क्षेत्र का को सेवन करता हुआ है श्री राधा वर कृष्ण चंद्र की जय. Devotees, sages again, who are destitute of pride. You see, what is pride? The ahankar in us, right? The ego in us then. A very saintly quality is to conquer ego, conquer pride, you know, become simple, become humble, become down to earth. For devotees, that abhiman strips you of all your good. No matter how, do you notice, the more the fruit tree bears, does it go up in the sky? No, it bends down to the ground. Right? The greatest man is the simplest man. Humility conquers all. It's not that people will walk over you and all these things as some people think of it. No, it's a divine quality. And the conquering the ego is not easy. You have to beg the Lord to help you to conquer it. Right? Because it's so easy to let that ego rise in you. The more knowledge you get, the more you uplift yourself, the more higher you go, the more down to earth and humble one should become. So devotees, great sages who are destitute of this, and they treasure your lotus-like feet, O Bhagavan Sri Krishna, in their heart. And again, they devotees think of that water which wash your feet, that the dust on your feet, devotees. And what does it do? It wipes off sins of an individual. By washing the feet of the Lord. That water that washed the feet of the Lord is the river Ganges flowing in India today. That purifies millions devotees. That all the contamination in it, yet still it is pure. Just think of it. The water that washed the feet, great sages conquer the ego. And what they do? They think of leaving your feet, Prabhu. Drinking of that water, sprinkling. When Shri Ram visited Guha in Sringavirpur, Guha washed the Lord's feet, before he carried him across the Ganga. He sprinkled water over him, all in the boat, all in the village, all in the family, Sprinkle that water that washed the feet of the Lord. So to devotees, a practice you hardly see it. Really and truly, when a Pundit comes by your home, the Pundit is supposed to just go and sit down by the bedi, The right way is, you're supposed to worship and adore the Brahmana. Wash his feet, wipe it, put chandan for him, put a mala of flowers, a little perfume, arti and so on. Okay? Give al dachina, all these things are recommended. And that water that you wash his feet, or the Brahmana or the Guru, you carry it and you sprinkle it all over the house. That is take away dalidrata. Dalidrata means blight and sourness. It takes it away. But a lot of things have changed up, devotees. But this is a very, very traditional issue. Okay? Even drinking of that water. We really don't do it today, eh? But the Kabir Pans still do it. If you go to a chowka, there is how to go bring the Mahant from inside the house. And when they go inside, they will wash that Mahant foot. They study the color of the Mahant foot, or if you want a pedicure whatsoever, you know. They know that is their Guru. And when they wash that foot, devotees, or the feet, in that area, you see the man hold it area, glock, 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 and drink down everything. Who have faith to do that? Who have faith really to do that? Think about it. That is the kind of faith. They still do it. The Kabir Pans do it. Yeah. You're supposed to drink in that water. It purifies within. Sprinkling it all over you, all of these and so on. So even self-devotees, you don't have the privilege to actually do it. But man say, in your mind self, you can do such worship in this way. And so devotees, they pass it on their eyes. The water, devotees. Why? To get the third eye open. Mane ki aankhein khol Baba, mane ki aankhein khol. Let my mind's eye open. Let the veil over these eyes be removed, that I can see really the truth. Right? What is the truth? The truth is not this body, but the Atma or soul within, which cannot be burnt by fire, drenched by water, nor caught by weapons of any sort. You want to realize that. And again, devotees, they seek yet a resort. They resort to numerous holy places. You know what I tell you? Birds of a feathers flock together. Huh? Who a thief go like to lie with? A thief? Fella who like, drinking and liming, he looking for those partners. But a fella who like, puja and kirtan, who he looking for? Satsangis, why they gravitate to holy places? Because you meet people of that nature there. Satsangis will find themselves in that place. And it's through the company of the holy ones, elevation will take place in you. Just devotees, just by seeing people in satsang is a blessing. Those who are involved in satsang, just the environment itself, just being there, it is so devotees uplifting. So then they resort to numerous holy places, devotees, like holy rivers and Tirathasthan, mandirs and all these places and so on, across the earth, securing again the company of exalted souls. When people come together, holy people, what do you think they're talking about? How to make money and how to buy? Yeah? They're talking about the scripture and Bhagavan. And this is what you're going to hear there. So what will happen? Elevation. Narad Muni, listen something, eh? Narad Muni was the son of a maid servant who used to serve the rishis. All right? His mother was a servant to them. When the monsoon rains come, they were held up then in one place. And Narad Muni devotees, well, they can't move, they pack up for that period of time, the rain. During that time, what do these Mahatmas and them involved in? Katha. Puja, Kirtan, Katha. And this Narad Muni hearing Kathas from young. When the sages don't eat, his mother used to scrape the leaf, and what remained devotees, the jutha from those Mahatmas, she will eat of it a little bit and give Narad. Eating the jutha of these great individuals, Narad elevated to become a Brahmarishi. You see it? Look, this was an excellent long time when your godfather come home, right? And all this standing up, all the food and thing there. You say, Baba, don't forget, I leave a little bit in the corner there for me. You want a little bit of that jutha. Eating, you see, very important. You don't eat the jutha of a person lower than you. In terms of intelligence and this and that, you're going to break down yourself. Eat of those who higher than you to uplift you. even wearing of clothes and footwear and all these things and so on. You want to elevate yourself. So devotees, they meet with exalted souls there. And they who set their mind, devotees, are on your lotus-like feet. You who are their very self, the embodiment of all of everlasting bliss, devotees. And they no longer remain attached to the household. Parikshit just switch off from materialism. Could we do that? Right? People just can't do it. They're afraid to leave the house. The attachment to the... But you go there and leave it. No matter what, someday go come, you got to there and leave it. And we don't realize this. You live fearless, devotee. Satyanarayan Brad Katha tells you, by the blessings of Lord Satyanarayan, you live fearlessly in this world. And due to that, we just lack faith. I'll tell you why. You say, well, we go in temple tonight, temple open up tonight. So Hanuman Baba, you take care of the temple, You take care of the home, I mean. But you come in the mandir and you sit down, and you wonder if everything good. I wonder if everything good, but I wonder if anybody break home the place, boy. So if you have confidence in Hanumanji and you leave him to take care of you, what are you worrying again for? It come like the guy, he prayed, and when he done prayed, he said, I wonder if God listen to me. Why would you pray and then ask yourself if God hear you? There is no faith. When you pray with confidence that the Lord is going to respond to your prayer. So you no longer become attached to the home, devotees. The whole thing about it is, and we are seeing even members of this mandir, right? Good members who are with us, suddenly, Brahm, something happened, you just leave and you're gone. I mean, death occurred then. You just leave it and you're gone. And once there is birth, there will be death. We have to cater for it. That's why the wise always think, tomorrow could be my last day, so let me do the best I can today. When tomorrow reach, and you go, right, the time I come then, you say, probably the next day could be my last. Let me do the best today. So what will happen with you? You keep doing good all the time. So you're building good karmas just beat out bad karmas, and you yourself will elevate yourself. You know what the other thing, devotees, it's very sardonic, You go to a funeral, all right, and so people live in there, and they profess so much a love for you, and the day when you're dead, you just notice before the hearse pull out, the daughter-in-law just throw a lot of water across the road. Why do you think they do that? Why do you think they throw that lot of water across the road with the black till in it? Don't come back, They're telling you, don't come back, go from here, we don't want you back here. And they reach you by Caroni, and they put you inside the fire, and when that fire light, and they turn back, well, okay, you have to beat your body from me. We will still see what you're going to do with the shaving and banner and thing. But you have to beat your body there. But all the love has been professed, and yet still you don't want back the person. But really thinking, if in the night you see that person sitting on the couch, what are you going to do? After you're angry with him. You're in more trouble now. But you look at the irony of it. And this is what devotees in Ramayana, the sages told Valmiki, you live in dishonestly to mind your family. Go and see who will help you. And nobody was willing to help him. Dishonestly we acquire things in life to make our family better off and a better comfortable life and so on. But who commit the action? Is we. And every action has a reaction. You have to pay for it someday. So you see, devotees, happiness is really not in the amount, but in santosham, which is called contentment, to be a contented person. Right? Fella can have a little bit and he's happy. Fella can have plenty and he's happy. But acquire it honestly in this respect. Hari Om Sri Radha Radha Ramanaye Namaha Govindaye Namo Namam Charana Kamalibhyo Namo Namam. इसी प्रकार को वहां को महात्माओं के संगति का करते हैं, क्योंकि जिनको एक बार भी को आत्मा को सुख का को अनुभव को हुआ है, वहां को कदाचित को गृह में को आसक्त को नहीं होता, तब उत्तम पुरुष को किस प्रकार के कुघर में को आसक्त हो सकते हैं। श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। This attachment devotees to the household, it drains devotees, the very best in men. Right? It takes away from you. Now remember, I'm not saying you have to neglect your family and neglect your home and all these things. Krishna Bhagwan says in Gita chapter 3, you have to do your obligatory duty. Your father, you have to provide for your family and care for them and all these things and so on. Wife had a duty, children, everybody had duties to perform. Right? The problem is the attachment. You have to learn to live in it and live out of it at the same time. If you cannot get that control to live out of it, you get so attached to that you just want to leave it. And the clock ticks along, right? And every second ticks becomes history. And we are growing towards something waiting down the road. You know how the Gurupran put it? Death is like a terrible cobra snake set waiting for you, just to snatch the life from the body. Right? And in Kali Yuga devotees, the time spirit or the wheel of time will move so fast, you wouldn't believe how this 432,000 years will go. Now for now you're born, now for now you get a little child, now for now you're a big man or a lady. Next thing you see you start to get gray, you have grandchildren, all these things. And what is waiting for you? Death. And we just want to put aside, man, when I really resign and think, boy, I will take my time. Now I get involved. Now I'm getting involved. By the time you reach 60 years and you resign, diabetes take you over. High blood pressure or low blood pressure. Right? Think about it. Kidney, rheumatism in the leg. You say, boy, I really want to go help them in the temple, What are you going to do now? You just come like dead weight. Right? That's why we have to balance the life and start from young. Very important. The younger you get involved in it, the better for you devotees later on. Narayan Param, even the judgment and all becomes contaminated and so on. Hari Om. इसी प्रकार यह जगत में सत्य के उत्पन्न हुआ है, इसलिए को सत्य है। जैसे सुवर्ण के को उत्पन्न हुआ को हरिओम कुंडलादि को सुवर्ण हो, और है को इसी प्रकार को मानोगे तो को हरिओम व्यभिचारे प्राप्त हो गया। जैसे पिता में पिता से पुत्र होता है, हरिओम सो प्रथम क्योकमर को जानता है, तथा को पृथ्वी में उत्पन्न हुआ को घट आदि क्यों फूट को जाते हैं। इसमें यहाँ जगत मिथ्या है, सो कहता है राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। हे भगवान, he is saying here again, it is again agreed again that the objective again, the real objective in life is your lotus-like feet. That is on the line of all the scriptures, What is our real purpose of being here? That when the time comes to leave this body, this soul should move back in oneness with God. Shri Ram said that in Ramayana. We draw a lot of reference. He said, once you get this body, you really shouldn't come back. What does make us come back? When we get to commit karmas with it here. We have the opportunity here to burn out karmas from previous birth. Stop making new one, right? And build yourself that when the time comes, Atma will merge into Paramatma. But what has happened is we give that last resort. We bring the bad karmas, we have been decide to want to burn themselves. You have to pay for it. And we make more than what we bring. Narad said that in Satnarayan Brat Katha. And what you bring adds up to what you make, and who have to carry it. Man is the creator of his destiny. How you make your bed, so you will lie. What you sow, that is what you're going to reap. Nobody can help you carry that. But we have the privilege to burn out with bad karmas, especially here in Kali Yuga. But devotees, you see, one of the texts, again recommended that everybody should read, is Bhagavad Gita. Gita is so simple to read. It is in English, if you can read Sanskrit. right? And Gita prepares you how to live here correctly and prepare you for when the time comes you have to leave. But you see what has happened, Gita will discipline your life, right? There are certain important things that come from Gita. The first thing you have to do is practice ahimsa. Thou shalt not hurt. Then you have to practice samadarshi. What is samadarshi? When you look at God's creation, you must see the quality of God existing in every aspect of His creation. You can't watch somebody and say, look, he has God in him and that person has God. The same God in you, and not only human, is across the board. And then devotees, you see, the practice samadarshi and the practice ahimsa, the other important thing, it has to happen. It is no if and but. You have to become a vegetarian. There's no if and but about it. You have to be a vegetarian. Because you will not want to hurt another creature just to satisfy your taste. It is when you analyze Bhagavad Gita, you analyze all the scriptures, it brings you to this. Yeah. You have to become a veggie. Hari Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam Harihi Om Bhagavan Vatsalam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam Hari Om. इसी प्रकार की उत्पन्न को नाम को उपादान को कारण नहीं है, निमित्त को कारण है, को इसमें कुछ को दोष नहीं है, इससे को दोष को हरि ओम श्री देख करे को समाधान को करता है, जो वस्तु जिनके हरि ओम और उपादान दान से को हुआ, हरि ओम सर्प को हरि ओम से रज्जु से के पृथ्वी की होता है, रज्जु को सत्य को आग और को सर्प को मिथ्या की होता है, यदु सर्प के को सत्य हो तो को जिनके प्रकार को कुंडल कोका को बांध नहीं को होता है, श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. You see, devotees, when the third eye is not open, then this world comes like a mirage. A mirage is make-believe. You know, a piece of rope across the road and you've seen it like a snake. And you're frightened and worried and you will not cross it. But really when you go and investigate, it is a piece of rope. All right? So to devotees, a beautiful, nice, how you call it, comparison is given there. A man is in the desert. His canteen runs dry and he still has 50 miles to cross. Right? His horse fall dead. And he is walking. All his lips crack up. Parched devotees, his face, everything and so on. And all he's thinking about is water. And you know what he sees in the distance? He sees a pool of water there. And running and throws himself in it, he hits dry sand. He sees it as if it's real. So when this third eye is not open, we see this material world as real. And when we see it as real, devotees, what happened? We gear towards getting at it, go in for it. And the shock comes. That's why you see, most times these very meaningful bhajans are only sung, people tend to sing them at funeral time. Right? But they are really meant for when we are living. Right? Get to understand it and realize it early, and do not get attached, devotees. Learn to stay detached, for the issue will come one day. We all have to leave it and go. Here the Vedas are saying, Prabhu, that individual whose third eye is not open, who is not fortunate enough, he holds on to materialism, neglecting those lotus-like feet of yours. He sees this world as real and true, as how you mistake the rope for a snake. And the biggest shock comes when you reach up and you, but wait now, look at that piece of rope. Right? You know, when you come up to it and you see that piece of rope. So to devotees, when death knock on the door and come and he say, hey, I am Jamdut, you have to go today, all his house land, you have to leave. Then your eyes start to open big now and you realize, but I thought this world real and true. I thought everything here was real and true, but it's not. It is not. We do not want to wait for that time, but very early in life, try to get the third eye open and realize, devotees, the difference between the real and the unreal. Sri Sukadeva Muni says to Raja Parikshit, Parikshit, devotees were so engrossed in the Katha. All right? He was so engrossed in the Katha, listening devotees to the great teachings coming from the lips of that Sri Sukadeva Muni. Hari Om. रज्जु हुआ को सर को केवल को रज्जु है, इसी प्रकार को हरिओम श्री, इसलिए को द्वैत को असत्य नहीं है, उत्तर यहाँ को दूर को भी को सत्य रूप, ब्रह्मा और को उसका को सात के को अज्ञान रूपे, हरिओम उपादान के कारण की को हुआ है, जो इस प्रकार को जगत नित्य कहा तो मिथ्या को किस प्रकार है। Hari Om Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Devotee Sri Sukadeva Muni says, that devotees is avidya. What is avidya? Avidya is ignorance. Right? Ignorance is the lack of knowledge of really what is true from that which is untrue, real from unreal. And the avidya, the jnani, is that knowledgeable person. And that person, devotees, you see, it happens when you begin to, and the way it starts in Satsangh, you get to understand this body. And this body is a divine body. It's Baribhagya Manushatanupava. Out of 8,400,000 species, the human is the highest. This head represents Lord Brahma. Lord Shiva is in the chest, Lord Vishnu is in the feet. Every organ and every gland in this body, devotees, is presided over by deity. Every hair point in this body is presided over by deity. It's not an ordinary body. This body has what you call chakras or kundalinis, points of awakening. Right? Through yogic practice, you are able to awaken them and lift the life force. You get your third eye open. And when the third eye open, you go see the real from the unreal. Right? What do the yogis and ascetics and so on in the Himalayas? They lift it to the highest point, which is the pineal gland, the seat of the soul. You see in a male where you see the long piece of hair, the churki is? That is the seat of the soul, the pineal gland. They lift the life force to this point, and they communicate with the Lord in the abstract energy called Mahasamadhi. Now you could do it and I could do it if you willing to make the sacrifice. But we tie up here in Maya. Yeah? You understand? Because if you want to do that, you have to put aside materialism, You go live your nice air conditioned room, a bed where to sleep on, to go and lie down on a couch grass mat in the forest. Yeah? But people that do that. People that lead a nice, comfortable home and go up mountains and sleep on the sun with so much mosquito. Think about it. They go and camp out. Right? But you're looking at getting away from materialism in this way. So this body is not an ordinary body. It was given for a purpose. And the purpose is, we have to live here. We are grihastis. You go through the 4 stages of life, brahmacharya, where secular education comes in. Together with academic, your spiritual elevation. Second phase is, you enter grihasti householder. Provided and so on and all these things and so on. Vanpras, children get big, you start to let go a little bit. Let go, right? And sannyas, devotees, is where you in it, but you're it. You see why it's happened a long time? You had to study back a long time life, You had the extended family. And with the extended family, you have father, mother living, the son go live with them together with his wife and children. Then the Aja will be there, the Aji will be there. You understand, in this way. So what happens is that when the old folks get older, let me say there is 60, 65, right? Them stop working. The son now take over the responsibility. Right? He paying bills, this, that, seem to maintain house and change. But what happening now? When there is 60, all them children leave you and gone. So you have to turn around now and protect what you have to. You have to come back now and protect. And it's plenty effort on your part. Because at that age now, little sickness come in and this and that, and you're healthy like before. But the worries on your head, you have to do it. So you see the difference from long ago to now. And that's why long time elderly people used to be more free. They used to be free. Today you're free? You're not free at all. Feel resigned and see what will happen to your grandmother. You know what happened? The daughter bring the child for you to mind. Grandmother go mind the child. And when that child is 4 years, and the kind of, how he hyper, you can run behind the child self. He exerting you and all that thing and so on. All this is what is happening with us. So instead of just let go, you get back. When you really retire, this is the time to get involved in community work. You are a skilled person outside there, you work and so on. Come and give back something to the community. Whatever skills that you were blessed with and so on. See where you could help and give back, and get involved in these voluntary activities and so on. This is where the vote is. So even self, no matter what little you do, it is still going to help a good way. It will. These actions which are called parupakar, it is going to help to burn away our bad karmas and build good ones. Prem se boliye Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Devotees, during our first day today, I will stop at this juncture and we'll continue. We have been reading this chapter. It's a long chapter, very long. Okay? But we will stop at this juncture and we'll continue on next Thursday. So much knowledge is gained from it. The Vedas in their living form, they are praising Lord Krishna. Prabhu, you are the main objective. The wise knowing you, they devote to you and dedicate to you. The foolish whose third eye is not open, and he see this world as real and true house, land, and whatever and so on. He put you aside the Paris money and he take up a piece of glass. Right? Not realizing it will bring the biggest shock to him one day. You have to leave it and go. So balance in life is important, managing time. Managing time. But priority should be, and let me tell you something, really what is priority with a parent and a child now born? Priority really is to get that child on the pathway to God's consciousness, That is priority. And if you could get your child on the pathway to become a God's conscious soul, you don't have much of a problem, child. You will not have problem. Right? And then you see, you would have helping that child to achieve his objective, you'll be fulfilling your duty as a parent also. Bolo Shri Radhavar Krishna Chandra ki jai. We'll stop here. Have a pen. So devotees, blessed we are this evening with this privilege on this first day as we start Satsangh. Right? All again, thanks. By the government of the country, liaison with the health sector, that we have this privilege to open up back, but still with restrictions. All right? We all know that is due to this COVID-19. We are blessed in Trinidad because so many deaths all over have taken place. And it's still going on, other second phase, third phase, all them things still taking place. And that is why precautions are very, very important. We really don't have any in Trinidad, but you can't tell. You might look at when the borders will open, it'll be worse. But the south border porous, this is the thing, coming through south and whatnot and so on. So it really is a blessed occasion tonight to have this privilege that we could come back in the mandir and we could join in our satsang. I say thanks very much to Mr. Premchand Babulal and the Dharam Patni who did puja this evening. On Wednesday gone was his birthday. We say happy belated birthday to you. And every year in the month of June, he takes this opportunity to offer himself in devotion. May the Lord continue to bless you. Okay? We want to thank our Vice President of the Mandir, Mr. Kasi Singh, for preparing this evening's parasar. Next week, Thursday, we want to thank Mr. Sonny Boy for the contribution of parasar, and that will be on behalf of his late sister, who was a stalwart in this mandir, the late Madam Casey. It is on behalf of her death anniversary. Right? This great lady, she sponsored this Tulsidas Murti and his Singhasan. She was a live wire in this mandir when she was here. She is a lady who really did what she should have done. She spared no pains in doing it. Very devoted, very dedicated. So it is so nice of a brother with this thought in his mind, to give thanks on her behalf. So Sonny boy, God bless you. Dhanyabad. Devotees, our normal activities will now go on. Our Thursday night satsang. We have our full moon katha. Full moon will be on the 4th, Saturday the 4th of July. Our dear devotee, Mr. Babulal himself, he normally takes that full moon katha. So we will have our full moon katha. Major and massive activities, we have to look seriously at that. All right? So I thought of that after this while, we have been off from the temple. We have had 2 or 3 meetings with management concerning returning to the mandir. And I think it's important that some official from the executive should address you at this time. I don't know who is them. Our PRO, Mr. Navin Singh, will do same. So Mr. Navin. God bless.
Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Sitaram to our spiritual head and his Dharam Patni, Pandit Bhownath Maraj and Mrs. Dharmika Maharaj. And our Shrotas this evening, the Babulal family, for hosting tonight's satsang. And thanks very much in advance for the hosting of next month's Full Moon Katha, which we look forward to. And we know it is a family tradition of yours to really host these events at this mandir. We thank you very much indeed. A very warm, special, cordial welcome to each and every one of you joining us this evening. Tonight is one that has been long anticipated, and it is one that we have looked forward for quite some time, especially given the COVID-19 pandemic globally, and right here in Trinidad and Tobago, each and every one of us has been affected in one way or the other. And that has brought about immense stresses in various degrees amongst the nation. And more than before, the call amongst Hindus and all in this country has been clamoring and looking towards some sort of spiritual and religious guidance. Hence, the need more than ever for each one of us to take advantage of this opportunity. For we have been given the opportunity, by the grace of God, to assemble once more in our very own community settings, and for us right here at the Sant Nagar Hindu Temple. This is not entirely simple as it is seen, for because of the phasing down strategies of the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and by the everyday scenario that is being closely monitored, we have really been privileged, all institutions across the land, to be afforded this opportunity to open once more in a community and congregational gathering as today. So much so that we have been given this opportunity based on very strict and controlled guidelines. The Sant Nagar Hindu Temple is governed under the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, and all of us have been guided by the authorities of the daily government under strict guidelines. And as advised by Pundit Bhownath, it is officially for us as the management committee who have been tasked with this responsibility to manage and coordinate all our affairs and activities going forward in a very safe and well-controlled manner. The guidelines is well broadcasted throughout the media, as coming from the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, the Pundits Parishad, on the guidance that we need to be effected right here in our mandir and throughout the land. The government also has guidelines that are general for not only Hindus but the Christian community as well. The management committee of the Sant Nagar Hindu Temple has instituted, if not 100%, but most of the measures that we have been asked to implement. And it is for this reason we want to really communicate officially and verbally to each one of you, in addition to the advertisement that we have put out on the Sant Nagar Facebook page and the Sant Nagar Youth Group Facebook page, and also throughout our weekly satsangs from time to time. You would notice quite correctly, as Pundit Bhownath indicated at the inception, that the expectation for all of us in attending any event at the Mandir, the expectation is that we enter at the second entrance to my right upon entering this main hall. But prior to that, you are asked to use the washroom using soap and water to wash your hands clean and properly, and still sanitize using the hand sanitizers that are specially stationed throughout the Mandir. At all the entrances and exits and within the facilities here, there are hand sanitizers, and some of them are marked with sanitizing station signage, for instance, to the front here. So you are asked in the first instance to make sure that you wash hands properly, sanitize before entering the premises. You would also recognize that the seating accommodation is strategically placed, and we are asked that it remain in this position as they were carefully measured to align all devotees at a very safe social distance from each other. Outside of that, we implore each one of you to avoid social contact with each other, handshakes, hugging, kissing, etc., and communicate with each other if you need to do so at a very safe distance. All of this information is in the public domain. The face mask is compulsory for each and every one of us. That measure is a bit flexible for those who need to be using the PA system, like Pundit Bhownath, so that we not only hear carefully what you say, but we really see what you're saying as well, as you say. And we really see that point tonight more than ever when he made the point that birds of a feathers flock together. In spite of the anxiety among the public, we are welcome and happy to see so many of you, our faithful and dedicated devotees of the Mandir. And we want to give the assurance that all that we do here is for the safety of each and every one of you. In particular, the senior citizens, we want you to be assured, and you can see for yourself from how the premises is arranged, there is a difference. It is a new measure that we need to implement for the safety of each one of us. And we are somewhat mandated to do that because there will be officials visiting from time to time to monitor and evaluate to see what we are implementing here. And based on them guidance, we would have feedback to know if there's additional stuff that we need to put in place. We remain poised and we stand strong in this fight towards COVID-19 pandemic. Though we have some level of comfort, we should never let our guards down in this fight as we bond together more than before to ensure that this pandemic remains at bay in the interest of our families and for each one of you right here at the Mandir. So please bear in mind, these measures are very simple. They are very easy to follow. We know of the challenges with respect to the face mask and so on, but practice makes perfect, and a change in behavior goes towards the general well-being of each one of us. Please practice in the small way that you can. Yes, we are flexible because we understand that there will be issues among each one of us, health-wise and so on, so we are understanding of that. But we implore you as much as possible to please obey the guidelines that are set out in the public, and please consult with us if you have any questions or queries to this effect. We are also open to suggestions. We have Dr. Asha in our presence, a medical professional in the field. We look forward to any advice or improvements that you see that we could implement that are simple to follow. We want to thank Ms. Radha Budu very much indeed for providing the Mandir with some of the hand sanitizers that we all could benefit from, and from Mr. Lal Ramdin for purchasing all the implements on behalf of the management committee so that we could be ready and able for tonight's proceedings. We are not 100% perfect, but we are a work in progress. Tonight is the first opportunity that we have to put all our practices and protocols in place and test it to see that it is working effectively. All of us in our own way are observing, monitoring, and evaluating our proceedings here tonight. Immediately after, we'll have a postmortem conversation or meeting to really assess what we did well and what needs to improve. So it is a work in progress, all geared towards the welfare and well-being of each one of us. Whilst these strategies are very well placed, well thought of, and well planned, we are a work in progress. Our activities must go on, and all our advice and suggestion and recommendation with respect to our religious activities will come from Pundit Bhownath, Maraj, our spiritual head, tonight and in the following satsangs to come. So you will be so advised accordingly. As recent as tomorrow, we have a very small wedding to be hosted here at the Mandir. Our immediate plan of action is really to re-sanitize the entire premises and seating arrangements immediately after satsang. So it just goes to show that we are committed to what we are doing here tonight. Prior to that, Mr. Bodhi, who we all know affectionately as Bodhi, he has been working assiduously for many days prior to now, sanitizing the entire premises along with his son and daughter Joshua and Josanne, to really sanitize inside and outside, sanitize the chairs, sanitize the furniture, sanitize the feeding areas, the parasite area, and every nook and cranny of the mandir. He has been instrumental, along with others, in making it to the standard that we appreciate at this point in time. And as I say, immediately after satsang, we want to kindly ask if there are a few members of the youth group who are here, if you can stay back for a few moments so that we can assist in this sanitizing aspect immediately after. So for all our activities before and after, sanitizing takes place over and over as much as we can. So work in progress, and we want to give you the assurance that we are doing all that we can to ensure the safety of each one of us. Now, COVID-19 would have bring a lot of negativity amongst the country and the community, but COVID-19 has really sparked a positivity in each one of us, in a sense, for we are really evaluating how we do things and how we can do it better. So there are a lot of good things that are coming out of COVID-19 as well. And right here at the Mandir, via the Sant Nagar Hindu Youth Group, they have a story to tell as well. But to do that, I want to ask our Youth Affairs Officer of the Management Committee, Mr. Lennox Daniel, to share a few moments with respect to this announcement. Sitaram.
Thank you, Mr. Navin Singh, the PRO of the Mandir. To our spiritual head, Pandit Bhownath Ji, members of the management committee, the ladies group, the youth group, and all other members and devotees looking at us on our Facebook page, I say Sitaram. It is a pleasure to be here this evening, and I just want to make a couple of announcements, and actually that will take the form of informing the devotees here of the activities that the youth group has been doing during our COVID-19 lockdown. And one such activity, actually initiated by Pundit Ji, is the giving out of hampers. And I want to thank, before I move on, I want to say a special thank you to Mrs. Madam Gola, Mr. Alan and family, and Mr. Sunnyboy Prabhu, who assisted us thus far. What happened, the youth group of the Mandir, every month we look to give out some hampers. And in May month, we gave out 26 hampers, right? And we want to say a special thank you to our special persons who gave donations. And we are looking to do this for every month until December month, God's willing. We are not asking for persons to give donations, right? So I'm not here for that. But those who can afford and willing to, no problem. But however, we have machinery in place to carry on this project. And we are looking to give hampers in the vicinity of between 15 to 20 hampers per month until December month. What I want to ask is that if any one of you in the congregation needs a hamper or have any needs, don't be ashamed. Can approach me upon the Bhownath, right, and tell us what it is you need, and we can see how we can assist. But if you know anyone that needs assistance, we could take their name and some information from you, right? And if we can't afford to give them this month, probably next month, or someone that needs any infant care, and they can't afford, we are willing to assist. The youth group of the Mother, and we have also the management. They promise to come on board and assist. So, we have resources, right, to carry on that until December month. So, feel free to contact me upon the Bhownath, or any one of the management, and we will ever be so willing to assist. Just one more thing before I close off. We had the family day plan for July. So I must tell you, right, on behalf of the management and the youth group, right, that family day is off. So until such time, probably next year, please the Lord, we will see about that. But this year, that is off, and then we will be keeping a meeting on the Ram Leela very, very soon. I think tonight we'll put a date as the president of the Ram Leela group, and we will inform you as such. I'll come in later down. So with those few words, I say thank you and sit around.
Very much, our youth officer, Mr. Lennox Daniel, our PRO. Devotees, you see what Thursday night satsang is manageable. The full moon katha is manageable. We have a question mark right now with our annual yagya. Because when we have a yagya in this temple, it will be Ram Shram. So we don't know if it's possible that a yag could take place right now. Right? Ram Leela, as he told you, we don't know. The Tirat also, I think that might be off to on the 30th of August, isn't it? Right, management has to make a decision on it. Because the whole issue of the social distancing, the Prime Minister said they could play sports but no audience. Right? How will you keep Ram Leela and you don't have an audience? The audience is those of you come here to the temple also. Now one of the things also is that they don't want for you to be in close contact with anybody. So one of the issue and the holdback is that somebody coming to put chandan on your forehead, that finger touching everybody, we should avoid that. So you'll find that you will not be getting chandan for a while. They do not want that the same people you see, same Tariya to come and make arti. So what we'll do is, for the while, until things kind of clear up and so on, we will only have the Shrotas who did puja to do the arti by the Bhagavad here. The arti will not be passed around, the arti will be placed downstairs on a table, and if you wish to take arti and put any contribution, the basket will be there. And you have the parsad will be right there handed to you all. We have another issue with the Panchamrit. Okay? The Panchamrit. Although it's religious and spiritual, but these things again, they could carry contamination. And this is what, until really things come back and clear up and so on, we have to help to observe this. Now, anything Hindus have, you always have food, because food is important. They tell you in Gita, any egg you have and you don't have food, it's incomplete. We're supposed to have food. Now in the mandir here, not every Thursday we just have food, but look, next week's Thursday, our dear brother Sonny Boy, he would like to cater something on behalf of a dear sister, Madam Casey. All right, so You have to talk to some members of the management committee and see what can be prepared. So we look at it as, a cup of soup. You don't have to put your hand, you use a spoon and you eat and so on. So probably, I don't know. For the full moon katha, Satnarayan Brat katha explained, you must have food in that katha. You see, Babu? If it have food, the puja is incomplete. So whatever again, you have to look at how preparations will be made. Now another thing they tell you is that they don't want people, sticking up together and blagging and all them things and so on. You say when you don't get arti, parsad, food or whatsoever, you're gone. They don't want people assembling outside the mandir. You have to keep 6 feet distance apart. So all these things, we want to really maintain it until things cool down. Well, it's cooling down because look, we come back in the temple. So we just have to bear a little while and see that. Well, I think they're organizing a vaccine, so when they get just now, we're going to be safe on the block and be back in full swing. All right, so let us try and see our best. It is our own protection, the protection of yourself and your family, because man tried to control this world, Hitler tried to control the whole world and he couldn't do it. Something you can't see with the naked eye, and look what it has done. It shut down the whole world. There are 8,400,000 species of life, and a virus is alive. That category that cannot be seen with the naked eyes, that is microscopic. A bacteria is alive, a virus is alive. And look what this one little virus has done. Just think about it. Okay, so we are a bit safe in Trinidad here, and let us see to get it safer. And I'm sure that after a while, time will tell, things will come back to normalcy. So let us try to contribute in that area and cooperate in that area. Bolo Shri Vindraban Bihari Lal Ki Jai. So we'll stand for Arti, but only our devotee this night who did puja will do the Arti, please. Hari Om Yani Kani Chapapani Janamantar Gretani Ta Tani Tani Vinashanti Pradakshina Parhi Parhi Deepanam. Anta. Narayana Bhakti Kevalam. Babu, you will make here and do Murti the silent thing. Jai Jai Bhagavat Bhagwan ki kai आरती पापियों को पाप से कई तारती से जय जय भागवत भगवान की कई आरती अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ पंचम वेद निराला और नव ज्योति जगाने वाला ये अमर ग्रंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला और नव ज्योति जगाने वाला हरि गान यही वरदान यही ओ हरि गान यही वरदान यही जग की मंगल की आरती पापियों को पाप से कई तारती जय जय भागवत ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत श्रावो कमिताने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला ये
शांति गीत पावन पुनीत स्नान भोग मिटाने वाला हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला।
ओ है सुख करनी है दुख करनी, ओ है
सुख करनी है दुख हरनी,
ओ ये मधुसूदन की आरती। पापियों को पाप से कई तार दी, जय जय भागवत
भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से तारती।
मधुर बोल जग बंद खोल सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला और बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला। ये मधुर बोल जग
बंद खोल सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला।
ओ श्री राम की घनश्याम की,
श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही
प्रभु की महिमा की आरती। पापियों को पाप से कई तार दी, जय जय भागवत
भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
ओ पापियों को पाप से कई तारती।
पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
बोलो राधा वर कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। Let us join our hands in prayer, giving thanks once more for these moments of togetherness in this holy environment. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadresham Meghavarnam Subhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Om Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinan Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सीतापति रामचंद्र की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय। आदि शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय। सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय। साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय जय जय। सीताराम। आपकी आसन लीजिए, प्लीज टेक योर सीट।